My name is Jane Mutiny. I'm a painter and street artist. I live in East London. My art is very much environmentally focused. So I paint animals, but I love birds, and birds really tend to be the focus of most of my work. I tend to always come back to birds. I am passionate about the environment, I'm passionate about wildlife, I'm passionate about conservation as well, and the way we look after our planet and all of the species in it. There'll always be an animal at the heart of my work because that's what I want to show. I feel so passionate about wildlife and nature that I want to put that in my work. And also because nature is beautiful, you know, you can paint it. It's never going to be as beautiful as the actual thing, but it's what's nice about recreating it is that you can put your own spin on it, your own aesthetic. As soon as I was able to pick up a pen, pencil, paintbrush, I was drawing and I loved it. I grew up in Dorset in the countryside, so I was always around nature. I always had the opportunity to wander down to the woods and sort of look at the animals down there. I was always doing that. So I was very lucky in that I was able to have that in my upbringing. But for me, when it came to the art and where those two worlds merged, the natural world and my art merged, was when I was lucky enough to go to India in 2011, and we went on a tiger safari. This huge male Bengal tiger walked right in front of us between the cars like that, and it was the most extraordinary thing I'd ever seen in my life. And I just thought, this is a really rare moment for me, and it impacted me in such a way that I just could, you know, I was crying, my friend was crying, and I painted the picture for her as a gift. And then when I'd done that painting, I just thought, oh my God, this is what I want to do. This is what I want my work to be about. I tend to have my ideas when I think about a particular animal and I think, oh, I really want to paint that because it's beautiful. I sort of think about how I can enhance the animal in some way and make it pop. I try not to think too hard about getting it exactly right. I just try and focus on what I learn when I'm painting, because I learn something every single time I make a painting. And I think that's really important as well, to sort of keep the knowledge, keep yourself open to the knowledge that you're going to keep receiving as you make work. I hope that when people see my art, they will look at something that they maybe haven't considered before. So like the crow, for example, very, very common species everywhere, but perhaps when they see the way I paint them and the sort of love I put into all of that, they may look at them differently and go, oh, I've never really seen a crow in that way before. Or perhaps I'll show them a species they didn't even know existed. You know, that's happened many times. Sometimes people are absolutely astonished that there is such a thing, you know, in their park or whatever, you know. That's happened to me at a school in Hackney when I painted a parakeet for their playground, and I said, you can find these in the park over there, and the children didn't believe me. And I said, yeah, there are green parakeets in the park, you know. So that's lovely for me to sort of teach people that there are things out there that they didn't know about. It's really satisfying when you complete a painting and it's gone really well, because it doesn't always happen. It sometimes is a struggle. I've got two paintings in here that I can show you. One of them I'm so proud of and it's finished and I love it. One of them has just been a disaster from start to finish. What are the reasons for that? I don't know. I mean, it just sometimes doesn't work, and I think maybe I'm not good enough. I'm not professionally trained. I can't do this, but actually I can do it. I just need to give myself a break and not worry too much about the outcome, because it's all about the process, really. And you think, well, okay, if I've got that wrong this time, how can I approach it differently next time to make sure that it's better or that I feel better about it? It's not a failure. It's a learning curve. But when I complete a painting that I'm really proud of and I love, it's a great feeling, because you just think, oh, you know, I love this so much. It brings me joy looking at it. And it's always secondary to being able to like sell the work and stuff. Obviously you need to make a living, but what should always be first is how much you get out of making that work. That's the most important thing. You should always paint for yourself. I was lucky, and I always just thought, this is it, this is what I'm going to do. Which is, you know, it's crazy really, because being an artist is hard. It's really hard work, but it gives me so much pleasure and so much joy, you know, that I can't imagine doing anything else really. You know, this is what I'm meant to do, so here I am.